On the MLB pregame show, just to give you the top player spotlight. The AL Cy Young Award last year, and we can see him there receiving the award from his...
On the mound last year. He was just absolutely dominating, keeping hitters baffled. You know, I don't think they would have had the season they did without him. And when you can say that about a single player in a team sport like baseball, well, then you know you're talking about a very special player.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you. First opened in the year 2000 of August between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Houston Astros. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. 0-1, here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit.
In the second spot tonight,
Ryan Brett will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
Daryl Sanchez will stand in now, and you can see his numbers there on your screen. Currently 5th in the AL in home runs. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Jermaine Big A will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Now you have to figure he's going to be pretty relaxed out there on the mound. His guys struck for 5 runs in the first, and you know that's music to any starting pitcher's ears.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And a knuckleball ties him in knots there, and that's the first out. With a moment now, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Rosario is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Richie Schaefer is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
No runner, cut it.
Tommy Pham will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field.
I go.
Holt is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Leading off the inning, Orlando Calixte, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Ripped down the line, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Mikey Matuk comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. And pitching wins, they just aren't as celebrated these days as they once were. But I'll tell you, if you're leading the league, you're one of the best pitchers around. We'll see if he can hold on and add another win to his total in this one.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Leading off the inning, Ryan Brett, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a knuckleball ties him in knots there, and that's the first out. Striding into the box, Darryl Sanchez. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he'll just watch this thing to try and get an idea. It's 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far.
Hey, here we go. Plays at 1 now.
Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And striding in is the first baseman, James Loney. Right there for strike 1.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. A little bouncer. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Richie Schaefer heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Knuckleball, strike 3 called as that thing came back over the plate, 1 away. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. So far this year, nobody's had an answer for his stuff. He's been dominant. Not only that, but the defense behind him has been rock solid as well.
Number 13.
Orlando Calixte is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. High in the air out to center field. VR shading to his right. And that ends the inning. Mikey Matuk will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
Ozuna.
Get ahead, stay ahead, buddy.
Stefan Ozuna ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Chopped foul right at home plate. Now the 0-1.
1 down.
Got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs.
Yeah, Matt, you can see here, they've been tearing it up. Best in the American League. And it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat. And these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
Strike him out now. Get him yourself.
Too high. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Now batting.
Daryl Sanchez steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now a knuckleball, and it's looked at for strike one. Skied into straightaway right. Springer on the run.
Mine.
He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Jermaine Big A will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Here we go. Pick it up. Let's go.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen, as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. James Loney is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Correa ranging into the outfield, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Richie Schaefer will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 326 sign in right. Tommy Pham will try it again. 0-for-2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. There's a good knuckleball. Got it by him for strike 2.
I don't know if a knuckleball can actually get better as the game goes along, but it sure isn't getting worse.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. Orlando Calixte stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. And that's a fair ball heading for the scoreboard near the Crawford boxes. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now a 5-2 game. Mikey Mata will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Right side. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stefan Ozuna will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And when that thing's doing that, forget it. It's 1-2. He swings and pops it high toward the left side of the infield. Scope is camped under this one, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting. Second baseman.
At the plate, Ryan Brett. He singled his last time up. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Hey, come on now, fellas.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. So when you hand him the ball, you know he's going to have a pretty good chance of closing the deal. And you know, complete games are getting more and more rare in today's game. He's a rare breed. I really enjoy watching him pitch.
Jermaine Big A is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. Looking for his 10th strikeout. That misses. 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's
a force in this one, probably still a couple of players deserving, but gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the Stros pitched well, allowing 3 hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 2-0. Looking at the standings, the Astros are atop the American League West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Mariners are third in the division. They're third of first place.